is my middle finger to the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack. Yeah, that is the reason for this build. And also the fact that I've been burnt out a lot when it comes to The Sims 4, building in mostly just when it comes to building. I've been burnt out on that, and so this is that. This is me like just basically practicing making anything other than a house. Okay, so tired of making houses, and the other thing was like I don't want to buy a new expansion pack. Something that was like against the only one from so far that I very like is the Life and Death, and because how that one was super great, but before that was something that was crappy, and before that was something that was crappy, and uh, after it is after the Life and Death one, we got another crappy one, being honest, and we might get another crappy one after this. So if we're going based on their pattern of releasing stuff, most definitely we're gonna end up with a lot of crap. All right, and there's gonna be what, like, with their current pace, another two expansion packs within this year of 2025, most likely. So would rather just not participate. I wouldn't, because I have already put so much money in this game. I might as well enjoy myself, which I wouldn't otherwise, if I'm being completely honest. Like, let me just play with the bags that I already have, and let me just learn to be a better builder. And if I really want us, and I'm desperate for build and buy, well, that's the thing. I can just get custom content. I don't really need custom content when it comes to gameplay, and neither do I care about that because I already have enough functions within my gameplay in order to last a lifetime through the packs integration anyways. So yeah, I won't need to get those types of things, but if I'm like itching for more stuff to build with and all that, yeah, I can just get something that is for free rather than something that's gonna have a $40 price tag. So the other thing is kits. How do I feel about kits? Really, like, if at least they give you an option, basically. Like, if you really like it, then you're just gonna end up basically only spending like $5 and you can get that, and you don't have to get every single thing. And my main reason, though, is regarding all these other things about not getting this one specifically, is the world. The world sucks. Like, even when I made the initial review of it without knowing almost anything about it, all right, like, I had brought out all these issues that I had with it, especially the worlds being empty, and then them having these festival thingies or whatever, where it's not optional, where they're trying to make it look like it's an open world when it's not an open world. There's so much set dressing, there's so many other things. The neighborhoods aren't close to each other, lots aren't close to each other, like how they are within Willow Creek and Oasis Springs and Newcrest, okay, where lots are near each other, and you can kind of pretend to be in an open world if you do so wish, okay? But with the recent world, that is not the case. They have forgotten what they need to do. They're just like throwing stuff out there because they know people will get it, and they're just not fixing it. There's so much backlash, so many criticism about how they go about how the world look and feel, and how the experience is for the player, and it's very obvious they don't care to listen when it comes to that. Sometimes I feel like they do when it comes to life and death and all these things. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they bring out something very nice and shiny, and it's great, but it would be very nice if that attitude was for everything that gets put out, and not just something rare or needle in a haystack of lots and lots of content. And other major reason, I finally managed to have a very big game glitch on my cafe, okay, in terms of my way of making things. It's beautiful, it's great, and the game crashes on me, not once, 3 times. 2 times managed to save on time, and could just basically restore it without too much of an issue. And the third time, after everything was done, over with, and I'm trying to save the build so I can share it on the gallery for you guys. And basically, guess what? I have to start from square one. So what? Luckily for me, those 2 hours weren't exactly wasted because I managed to record the whole thing, so I can put it out there for everybody to watch. But I can't share the build unless I want to restart it. Which, let me be honest, I don't want to do that. Why? Because I shouldn't have to. 4 hours. Some people play for 6 hours. Some people live stream it for that long or even longer. Imagine what would happen if that happened to those people. Like, just the glitch, like, just all your progress, just like in the snap of a finger, gone. Just gone. That's how it felt. And that's what happened. That's very annoying. And I knew to change up the system, whatever, for the new expansions and stuff. And it not being quality tested from that glitch. Basically going through not just the base game, but every other pack that I have installed, they have to quote unquote repair it within the EA app. So you're repairing an issue that you yourself created, all right? And I can't make more content until that process is finished. And yeah, props to you, EA. Props to you for everything that you give. I built residential all the time. Stuff. I very rarely make community spaces. Explain how grateful I am that I was right, that I called it. I called it. I called the, basic laziness and the expectation of what's gonna come. And I expected the least. I'm so glad that is what I did, because it gives me a peace of mind, right? It gives me peace of mind because once I had bought the romance expansion pack and experienced it for myself, I felt that it was very, very lacking. And despite everybody's like overexcitement and this thing coming out, and just being like, oh my god, this is so cool. This is what we've always wanted. Timbers have been asking this for years and for months and for days and blah 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 blah. No, yes, I understand you have been asking, but this isn't something you should be celebrating. If you like it, okay, you like it. That's your opinion, and I'm happy for you. But don't misguide anybody. Please don't. And I'm not saying people purposely do that, but a lot of the time when it's like overexcitement for something like this, okay, you're part of the problem. You are part of the problem if you are hyping this thing out. You might say in your video that you are against it, but then when you are hyping it up and giving it positivity just for the sake of positivity, even though you know what, like, these problems are continuous, okay, these crappy worlds are continuous, this expansion for the price of a game pack is very, very continuous, it's very contingent, it's happening all the time. Well, why would you give them the benefit of the doubt? Why would you, when you are critical of them when it comes to this pack, when it comes to this function, okay, why would you give them leeway? I just don't understand. Because I tend to do that a lot. Personally, I take responsibility for that I tend to give them the benefit of the doubt so many times, okay, all the time. So many times I give them that, and I end up disappointed, and I end up feeling cheated. So stop it, Sims people, Sims creators, please stop it. Stop trying to bring every positivity out while simultaneously bringing out every negativity, but then basically selling the product for EA while you are saying that you are not specifically doing that. You are doing that. You are part of the problem. When you are so positive of these things and you're purposely trying to bring out the good when there is a lot of bad, it's crazy, okay? Either you say that it's great and there are some good things and bad things, or you flip on one time saying that it's bad and then you come back to it and then you're like, okay guys, I feel like this is going to be game changing, I feel like this is going to be like this, I feel like it's going to be so beneficial to us. No, stop it. Please stop it. Learn your lesson and stop, please. Okay, because I get it. Okay, you guys, like, you're getting your content, but like if you didn't have the money or the resources to get all these packs and all these items and everything, okay, if you didn't have that ability, would you get this pack? Would you buy all these packs? Would you do that if there was no monetary gain for you by buying this thing and making videos on it? Would you do it? Let me know, please. Like, let me ask the audience. Would you do that? You give them so much benefit of the doubt, endorse it, and not address the issues, and kind of like, look at it through rosy glasses. And then when a couple weeks go by, a couple days go by, a couple months go by, and then all your criticisms of the pack that you spent time on, like, kind of manipulating people to buy said pack, okay? And then couple days go back, months go forward, everything, and then you're like, okay, this expansion pack is game breaking, okay? It breaks my game, it causes crashes, as you can see, it and I had 3 crashes in one video. Again, to reiterate, I had 3 crashes in one video, and one final crash that just completely ruined this build, okay, this 2-hour build, not saved, okay, it wasn't saved. It didn't get saved. I couldn't share it on the gallery. I had to remake this thing, which, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'd rather just use it as an example. All right? And this is without even that expansion installed, or even bought for that matter. Okay? Stop it. You're part of the problem. Even if you're like very criticizing of it initially, and then maybe later, and you consider yourself as this like contrary, very realistic, very, like angry at EA and speaking for the people, you're not doing that because you're benefiting from the problem, because you're still buying a crappy product and selling it as if it's something great, and that you can take all the negativity out of it and just kind of, not like, yeah, like how I said in my previous video, polish a turd. That's what they do. Like, I don't want to at anybody, okay? I don't want to at anyone for having this pattern of thought and pattern of actions, but it's just way too common. If you're criticizing it, criticize it and keep criticizing it, okay? Don't give it so much benefit of the doubt that people fool themselves into buying it when they should have no incentive to. Okay, if they really, really like it and they get it, okay, they do that. But don't push that. Don't push that. Let them think about it on their own. All right? Because their experience is going to be different than your experience. My experience is going to be different than your experience. Everybody's experience is going to be different. I'm not saying get them. I'm just saying be aware about the stuff that happens. Okay? With my game like crashing like 3 times. Imagine if I had that other thing installed. Imagine if I was streaming this. Okay? 4 hours, 6 hours, something. Just imagine it. A parking lot for bicycles. All right? For all damn hipsters that are going to visit the cafe. So I made a parking lot portion, and then I was like, okay, I gotta add a couple more items. What should I add? Like, it feels a little empty. I'm really not good at, like outdoor stuff or making the best use of so many spaces. But I needed this time to just build something, just no reference, no really idea, no like, this whole like, yeah. The bottom portion was supposed to be more classy, more bistro-esque or whatever. Okay. again, this was like completely blind. I don't really go to cafes, so I don't really know how they look like exactly. Okay, there's not too much variety, and to see people going above and beyond to be like, oh my god, it's so great, and then it's in the same breath saying that like you have to imagine a daycare, or you have to imagine cat cafes, you have to imagine all these different types of businesses that were fooled into buying. Second crash, by the way. Why? After paying $40 for something where the reason why you paid $40 is that you don't have to pretend to have a business, but you have to pretend again to have a business. Oh my god. Is that what it is? Is that what The Sims is now? Just play pretend? I'm sorry, but that is like the funniest thing to me and the biggest red flag of this expansion pack. That you have to imagine something that should be possible with the pack. Something that just comes even with the name. You have to imagine it. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh, I make myself laugh. But yeah, these counters are super cute, by the way. These counters are freaking beautiful. Just imagine it. Oh my god, so ridiculous. And I think this is like what, the second time I'm recording the voiceover, because I'm like, even my own software is glitching out so many times. So painful. Okay. And now maybe it's the ghost of The Sims telling me that you're a shell and now you're completely against it and dot dot dot. Okay, Sims, perhaps you're right. I'm a shell, I'm a shell and I'll always be a shell. And just because I have a difference in opinion now than I had a couple months before on something, that means, I can't be right or wrong about what I feel currently. And the reason why, I'm going on such a rant about the businesses and hobbies specifically is because I've seen a lot of creators who are usually very, very critical of everything, and a lot of the time tell you not to get something, or they don't approve a lot of the messages and hype and everything. They're doing this right now, okay, currently, where they are going against their word. Okay, I admit to it a lot of the time once I go against my word and I just get something just for the heck of getting it. But it is through let's be honest here, you're doing it for content. Because I'm speaking from experience. I did it for content. I bought that love pack. I bought that rent pack for content. How much content did I manage to get out of it? Zilch, mostly. Nobody paid attention to it. So I'm glad I'm sticking by my word and not getting it. I'm sticking by my word and I'm not getting it. Okay? And if I do get it one day, and I do make positive reviews about it, and I act like it's the best thing in the world, please leave me 1,000,000 dislikes on that video and subsequent videos where I just, tell you guys to get this pack, even though it's terrible. Okay? There's no evident businesses or hobbies or anything. It is a scam, and you need to call it out for what it is. 2, 3, 4. Save and oh my god,